Hey budget gardeners, Vita Loca here. Join me today as we bring my Amaryllis bulbs in for dormancy. So let's go. A lot of people buy Amaryllis each winter and then they throw them away at the end of the season after they're done blooming. Amaryllis bulbs can get very expensive. Did you know that you can get your Amaryllis bulbs to bloom year after year? In fact, you can even propagate your bulbs in a couple of different ways, but the most common way to propagate Amaryllis bulbs is just by division. Oftentimes the main bulb will produce little bulblets off of it. And once those bulblets are big enough, you can actually pull them off, and eventually those little bulblets will become big bulbs and those will bloom too. I've had my Amaryllis bulbs for a few years now, and I've been successful in basically getting them to bloom year after year. After the bulbs bloomed during the winter months, I basically treated them as houseplants. I kept them water, I made sure that they were getting some light through the windows, and they did really well. And then after my average last frost date, which for me here in New Hampshire, zone 5B, is around Memorial Day weekend or the end of May, I brought my Amaryllis bulbs outside. And I could have done one of two things. I could have kept them in the pots that they were in, or I could have taken them out of the pots and planted them out in the landscape. Last year, I kept them in the pots that they were in, but this year I wanted to do something different. I took them out of their pots and I put them somewhere else in my yard out in the landscape. And they just received water all season long. They got sunlight to feed the bulbs. Well, it is now the end of August. The time has come for me to bring those bulbs back into the house and bring them into dormancy. Amaryllis bulbs need a period of time to be dormant. It's typically about 8 weeks long. And then after that dormancy period is over, you then want to take your Amaryllis bulbs out of dormancy and you want them to basically wake up. And it takes another 8 weeks or so by the time you take them out of dormancy until they bloom. So if you do the math, we're going to bring the Amaryllis bulbs in now. It's the end of August. They're going to stay in my basement, which stays about 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. It's nice and cool. And they're going to stay there for 2 months. And then near the beginning of November, we're going to be bringing those bulbs out of dormancy. We're going to be potting them up, giving the bulbs water because they will not have had any water for 2 months. And we're going to put them in a sunny window. And about 8 weeks after we've done that, they will bloom just in time for the holidays. Now, if you had a bunch of Amaryllis bulbs, you might want to stagger bringing them out of dormancy so that all your bulbs don't bloom at the same time. I have a playlist that talks a lot about this whole process because I went through it last year as well and made videos on it. I'll be sure to add a playlist link down in the description below in case you're interested in my process for waking up the Amaryllis bulbs or what I did last year to put my bulbs into dormancy. And what I'll also do is down in the description, I'll just put at a very high level what I do with my Amaryllis bulbs on a month-to-month basis. So let's go to the flower bed, which is located on the south side of my house, and I'm going to show you my process for digging up the Amaryllis bulbs. You can see that I have a large bulb over here, a small one over here, and a medium-sized one over there. I'm just going to use a large shovel to dig up the bulbs. When you dig up the bulbs, you want to make sure you're not digging right on the bulb. You don't want to ruin the bulb. It's okay to cut into the roots a little bit because the roots are going to dry up anyway. You can see the leaves look nice and healthy. And as we follow it down, there's the bulb. And look how great those roots look. I just have a cardboard box here. And what I'm going to be doing is putting all of my bulbs into this cardboard box. Here is the second one. Notice it only has a single leaf. And that's because this is one of the small little babies that's still growing, and it's going to be a number of years before it actually produces a flower. Now look how great this one looks. And I tried to remove as much of the soil as I could off of the roots. I have one more bulb over here, this one here, and then one over there. So they did get shaded out. I'm going to have to remember that for next year. You can see that the bulb is actually a good sized bulb. The roots look good. There aren't a ton of leaves on the top. We'll have to see if this one blooms for us this coming winter. Again, what a beautiful, nice big bulb. I didn't take all the soil off this one. I can always do that later. So again, we'll have to wait and see if this one ends up blooming for us. Last but not least, that is our sixth bulb. And there are all the bulbs in the box. I made sure that they're spaced out enough so that the bulbs aren't fully touching each other. The roots are touching each other, but the bulbs have some room to breathe. Well, what's next, you ask? I'm going to keep these bulbs in the box. I'm going to put the box in my garage. The garage is a warm place, but it's out of the direct sunlight. I just want to keep them there for about 3 days so that any little critters, any little bugs that are in here have time to get out of the bulbs, get out of the box, and find a new home somewhere else. And what's going to happen is I'm not going to be giving these bulbs any water. They're not in dirt. They're just going to be the way they are for the next 2 months. What will happen with the leaves is they're going to turn from a nice green color to a yellow to a brown color. At any point when the leaves have turned that brown color, I can come in and I can just remove the leaves. I can also go ahead and cut the roots off at that time. Last year, I cut back the leaves and I cut back the roots, and I found that my amaryllis bulbs still bloomed. But this year, I'm just going to let nature do its thing, and I'm just going to let the leaves stay on here and the roots stay on there until they naturally dry off. During my research, some of the sources have said to leave the leaves on for the reason that it's still feeding the bulb. That's why I'm going to leave the leaves on the bulbs until they naturally die back. And once they're brown, that's the time I'm going to come in and I'm just going to cut the leaves and the roots off. When you cut the roots off, you just want to be gentle. You don't want to ding or nick the bulb itself. Now, if I had these amaryllis bulbs in pots during the summer months and I wanted to bring these bulbs in for dormancy, I could do one of two things. I could take them out of their pots and do the same process I've shown you, or I could just leave the bulbs in their pots, bring the pots in, and you just want to stop watering the soil that's around the amaryllis bulbs. You want the leaves to die back. You want the plant to just go dormant. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I bring these amaryllis bulbs out of dormancy in about 2 months. And don't forget to check out the description below for the playlist on amaryllis bulbs, as well as a high-level overview of what I do in regards to my amaryllis bulbs and caring for them. Until the next video, make it a great day with gardening.